this shit work, man. For real, man. Alright, man. Hopefully this shit motherfucking work, man. For real. Not the motherfucking Jab City. But this shit backwards, though. You feel me? So I don't know why I was doing all that shit. That's probably shit, right? So USA. You feel me? Yeah. Alright, the live should be working, man. They better not cut me off this time. Because I got some shit to talk about. We're going to make this shit a 1 hour, 2 hour live stream tonight. You feel me? We're talking about Vince McMahon, John Cena, and The Rock, and Triple H. Right? Got a lot to talk about here, right? You feel me? Got a lot to talk about. So come up in the building. We're going to wait for some people to come in the building, man. We're going to wait for some people to get in the building. Sure, it's live ain't acting up or nothing. Alright, guys. So, Vince McMahon. I was supposed to talk about this earlier, but somehow my live was acting up. So, Vince McMahon. A lot of news about this guy, man. So, they're saying that Vince McMahon wants to buy back WWE. Vince McMahon wants to buy the company back, you know, because his case is going away. There's nothing going on. You know, there's a lot of shit going on with this case too, right? And at the same time, I don't think Janelle got assaulted like that. You feel me? And if she did, there needs to be DNA proof that Vince McMahon touched that woman. You feel me? So in court, you know, there hasn't been anything really going on. I think Vince McMahon just paying half of the fee just so he could get out the situation. I don't know. He probably set somebody else to do the damage. You know what I'm saying? They probably make something up and put Vince McMahon under the bus. So my question is this. What if somebody put Vince McMahon under the bus? You feel me? So now, this is where I want to talk about John Laurinaitis, right? And I ain't gonna lie. There'll be a lot of grimy shit behind these scenes, right? And all I know is this, like, that girl is too grown to come out here and say she got groomed, she got assaulted, and you're in your fucking 30s. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Especially when Vince is so rich. They got all this damn money. You know what I mean? There hasn't been any DNA, rumors, or nothing about it. Let's be honest. You feel me? So John Laurinaitis says that he doesn't know anything about what's going on. He doesn't believe Vince McMahon had anything to do with the situation. You know, and I don't agree with him, and I don't disagree. You feel me? This is not my problem. All I know is this. Vince is too goddamn rich to be dealing with this shit. And people need to understand, he's not going to jail. He's not going to fucking jail. You feel me? Now, what if Vince McMahon return just says, I can overcome anything? And try to give me some cash scandal. And TKO try to mess my company over. But bitch, I'm still here and overcame it all. That's what we need to see and hear, right? And talk about how Hunter's doing a fucking horrible job since he left. Feel me? Feel me? But at the same time, why does he want to buy it back? I thought Vince McMahon bought the company. Bought the damn thing and sold it. I thought he sold the damn thing. You feel me? I hope he realizes he made a mistake. And Triple H can't do a fucking good job. He can't do a decent job as a booker. Let's be honest. All he does is worry about commercials. And all this dude is worried about is overpricing us and charging us $1,000 to go to WrestleMania. Let's be honest. Like, I don't know how much the ticket prices were back then, because I never went to WrestleMania back then. You feel me? I never went to one WrestleMania. But all I know is these ticket prices, man, nigga, it didn't even cost me $100 back then. Back then it'd be like 80, $60. You feel me? Maybe 100 with taxes. But come on, $300 to go to WrestleMania is stupid. And I think Vince McMahon needs to fix all this shit, right? If he can overcome this case, Vince McMahon needs to fix this ticket scandal price. Trump's not gonna do shit. And a lot of people are saying Trump's gonna do this and that. No, Vince McMahon made wrestling. And without Vince, we wouldn't have this product. So what Vince needs to do is buy the shit back. He realized the mistake he made, and they're saying that he can't afford it. Well, if you can't afford it, go and invest in yourself, nigga. Invest. Or talk to your lawyers and get that shit situated. See, Vince McMahon's got a whole team behind him, bro. And all he has to do is cut that shit off and pay whatever the fuck he wants to pay, because that's Vince McMahon. And without Vince, you wouldn't have no TKO. Make it make sense. Without Vince, there's no TKO. Without the Attitude Era, WWE wouldn't be on USC or on Netflix. You feel me? WWE probably wouldn't be here with all this shit and all the sacrifices Vince made. So I'm trying to understand something here. How the fuck can Vince not afford TKO? You feel me? That's a side where I want to see Vince, take his company back. But at the same time, he should have never made this risk. He should have kept the company in his hands, go through the situation, give time, give things day by day, knowing damn well you're fine. Vince McMahon's not going to jail. But there's still things that are going to come up. He's still not going to get out the case. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga's too damn rich, right? And at the same time, I believe the bitch was lying. I believe Janelle, Brandon, Janelle, whatever the hell her name is a fucking liar. You feel me? Is a motherfucking liar. And John Laurinaitis not in trouble. You feel me? So it's like, this has been going on for a while. When is this gonna end? You feel me? Like, maybe it'll continue. But all I know is this, that Vince McMahon needs to fucking get through the case, get that shit situated, right? Because if he does come back, there's some corrections he's gonna make. If I were Vince McMahon, I would immediately release CM Punk. Give a fuck, CM Punk is getting washed up. I understand CM Punk is doing a good job right now and this and that. But nigga, you said you hated the man that was in charge. The same man that made you a 3-time world champion. You main evented the Royal Rumble with The Rock. You main evented the Elimination Chamber. You faced The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So 3 back-to-back pay-per-views you had matches with Attitude Era legends. You feel me? Like somebody is really should be grateful to face in their first year. Like the Big Show. You feel me? So like, that and Cody Rhodes wouldn't be champion. Vince McMahon needs to make a lot of decisions here, man. A lot of corrections when he needs to come back. The whole Hill John Cena shit is ridiculous. Like really, I'll have John Cena apologize and cry and shit and go back to the good guy that he is. And I don't know if Triple H is gonna make that correction or if he's gonna do it at the last minute of his last match. I wouldn't even do that. Don't even do it, man. After SummerSlam, he starts phoning up. He's barely showing up. Then, you put him in a fucking match in October. He doesn't compete for the title in September, right? But it's like, bro, this whole Hill John Cena shit started pissing me off, right? Real talk. And I see why Vince McMahon didn't want to do it. There was nothing for Vince to even come up with. Like John Cena's the golden boy. And Vince knew that was a good idea for Cena, man. He rolled with it. He was successful with it. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. He ran good with that shit. And a lot of people can't come up with ideas that Vince McMahon could do. Nobody could put out their family drama up on TV. Like, what if Vince McMahon and Stephanie was fighting in real life? What if Shane was fighting Vince McMahon in real life? Or what if fucking Linda was fighting her daughter in real life? You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people are thinking this is true. Maybe it's fake. If Vince McMahon brought that shit to TV. So can you tell me anything that Triple H could do? Can Triple H do anything like that? No, he can't. Triple H sucks, and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like, real talk. With our offense, I would fire this dude immediately. Like real talk. You're not giving stars opportunities, no TV time. And speaking of TV time, this dude has the audacity to cut interest TV times off, right? For a lot for wrestlers, right? Why hell would you have, for example, Becky Lynch make an entrance and we go back to a promo? So we get through the entrance now. Woo, we're in the promo, right? So now we see Seth Rollins talking to Braun Breaker. Now we get to the match and all the girls are wrestling, right? We don't even see the entrance of what Natalia or, for example, Selena Vega. Like especially when Natalia didn't get her entrance time or time on TV, I was pissed off. Fuck out of here, bro. So you got downtime on TV just because no. Triple H wants his goddamn commercials on TV. All because TKO wants the commercials. The fuck out of here, bro. And I would feel some type of way. Knowing I've been there for about 20 years, you're not going to give me time on TV, right? I should be a world champion. I've been kicking ass for 10 years straight. You can't even give me a title 15 years ago. And you know what I'm saying? Just think about it, right? Natalia's a good wrestler. You feel me? Smoking hot, you know? Could probably fuck my own OG. You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on now. Triple H got his head fucked up in the ass, right? And I don't like how Stephanie's just allowing this shit, right? Like, I don't know if Stephanie's living on a rock and understanding what's going on lately. You know? For offense, I'll be so livid at these two. Like, you two trying to ruin my motherfucking company with your stupid ass commercials, and you trying to sell this shit out just for a fucking Nickelodeon reality TV comedy show. The fuck out of here, bro. Vince McMahon needs to be back in power. And I don't know what Vince McMahon would do immediately. I don't know. Like, people are saying that he sold it to TKO and he wanted to go with the TKO shit. But, like, in my opinion, you created all this shit. Now, imagine creating an industry and something you made from scratch, from blood, sweat, and tears. Last of your savings, last of the money that you work for. And then you ruin it all. I mean, your father, where's the motherfucking key? For example, gives you a key to the company, right? 40 years, you've been doing your thing, working your asses off. Make sure stars get their time. You know what I'm saying? Creating something, making fake beef and fake fights, making millions of dollars just promoting fake fights, promoting fake drama and fake movies or fake, you know what I'm saying? Anything, right? Now we got the PG era and shit, right? Now people are calling wrestling fans idiots, marks. Oh, this nigga don't get no pussy, this and that. And there be some niggas that don't. Bunch of neckbeards, for example. But you can't put me in that category. Because I'm a real nigga, very cool. People tell you I'm cool, quiet person, I'm stubborn as fuck. They'll tell you I'm a stubborn ass nigga. I ain't no fucking lame. Vince McMahon will look at this shit like, yo, turn down these fucking commercials. Wrestlers need their time on TV. Why would I have a person make an entrance and at the same time we have a promo being cut backstage? The wrestlers are just standing in the ring, looking around, just, you know what I'm saying, doing this, looking down on the ground. I saw it live on Raw over in Buffalo. Literally, the wrestlers were just standing in the ring for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we get to the fucking match. I don't like that shit. Now understand, gotta get your money. I respect the hustle, but what they gotta hustle? What they gotta hustle for? What does Triple H and Nick Khan need to hustle for? Them niggas are already rich. What they should do is invest and help the people out, man. Make sure we don't have to pay these dollars. What they should do, I don't know, man. They're not putting in any goddamn work. And they don't understand what Vince McMahon did. They didn't come from from a father who held wrestling and made it go to, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Them niggas did not come from family who had a business. Do you understand me? Vince McMahon defeated every territory in the A's It made wrestling go nationwide. That's why we had Saturday Night's main event, WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? We had all this shit, right? Tell me one thing Triple H can do. Tell me one thing that Triple H can do to take out TNA, UFC, and AEW. Because I remember that Triple H wants to be like UFC. I remember that Triple H wants to promote and do press conferences like Dana White. Triple H is a Dana White ripoff. And that's another reason why Triple H sucks. And Triple H is not good at doing his fucking job. And why Triple H needs to be fired or needs a reality check. And I understand he needs to survive and do his thing and all that, man. I'm not trying to say Hunter as a human being, but as a booker, you're a piece of shit, man. You go in that motherfucking room, you tell everybody, oh, well, I'm going to have Roman Reigns face him in January. A Survivor Series instead, we're going to have a tag team match with 5 guys. No, nigga. What he should do is get the UFO back immediately. Long-term storytelling is another problem with WWE, bro. How many times do we got to wait for Roman Reigns to go at Sol Sikoa and save his client? You know what I'm saying? And I liked how the thing is booked. You know what I'm saying? Paul Heyman didn't save. No. Roman didn't save Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman was treated like shit by the bloodline, and he turned on Roman. That's reasonable with good booking. But Roman should be back immediately, trying to get back with Paul Heyman, bitching and begging on his knees. And then he gets his ass beat again. And then he leaves. You know what I'm saying? That's how you book a Roman Reigns on Seth Rollins feud with Paul Heyman. You feel what I'm saying? I guess. But what happened to the Roman versus Seth match, man? Because listen, man, if I were Vince McMahon, knowing how intelligent and genius he was, I would have made Roman versus Seth at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam last year. You feel me? I wouldn't even have the bloodline try to bully Paul Heyman. I would have Paul Heyman take a vacation because of the years of service he intended to. I mean, he made, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't like how that shit went. The Tongians and Jacob Fatu, they're not doing anything. They're just fat Samoans, let's be honest. I don't think Vince even thought of bringing a lot of Samoans into wrestling. I don't know. I have no clue. But if I was this dude, I would look at these stars and be like, yo, do you think these two fat are going to be main eventers and should be in the mid card of my show? No. They should be fighting in the pre-show and be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is nothing for Giants. You feel me? Nothing to do with Giants. It's doing absolutely nothing. It has a bunch of jobbers and people who are boring as hell and are doing nothing. They're doing nothing with them. They're having job out to people and just, losing matches. They're not getting main event shots. They're not upgrading. They're not going upper in the scenes or nothing. That's the problem with WWE. They're lacking talent on these stars. They're lacking. They have a lot of lack in these superstars, bro. A lack of booking, especially when I'm going to call it. Like, there's no fucking way. No fucking way. Right? I don't know if Drew McIntyre really was going to be in the main event. I mean, the mid-card scene when Fitz was here. But, with the whole LA Knight thing, like, you imagine if we still had, what's that nigga? What was his name? What the hell was it? LA Knight. What was it? There was an old character, right? So, I don't know if LA Knight would be LA Knight. I think he'll still be that same ass character that he was when he came to WWE. Who was it? Eli Drake or some shit? What the hell was it? I don't even really give a fuck, to be honest. But Vince McMahon, like I said, he's gonna be guilty at the end of the day. And I don't think he's going to jail. He might have to pay a fine and keep going to court and keep fighting this, you know? But yeah, what's up with him and his wife? What's up with him and Linda, man? And make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. I appreciate people who are coming in and watching the live video. I appreciate it. What was LA Knight's character when it came to WWE? Old character. What the hell was it? Old character. Max Dupree. Max Dupree. That's what it was. Max Dupree. So if Vince was still here, there would have been no LA Knight. He'd still be Max Dupree, sadly. But the LA Knight, yeah, was hot. Feel me? So they had to upgrade it. So one thing about Triple H, I gotta give him props. You feel me? He knew exactly what he had to do, right? But at the same time, why is he still fighting for the mid card championship? He should be. If Vince McMahon would have did, if he were to upgrade LA Knight, he would have became US champion. Then he win the Royal Rumble and go on to become champion at this year's WrestleMania or last year. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I'd rather have Randy Orton defeat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Randy Orton by himself, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he beats Roman Reigns clean in a 30-minute match. You feel me? 40-year-old Randy Orton dethrones Roman Reigns. It's getting close to 40, so there's not a difference there. They're only 5 years apart. Like Roman Reigns was 30 and Randy Orton was still in his 30s, past his prime. So let's be honest, like there wouldn't be a much of a fucking difference. It's not like a fucking legend just try to bury a younger star. You feel me? Because they try to end Randy Orton's career, and what Randy Orton should have did was end his championship reign and his 1,300-day reign. That's what he should have did. Not Cody Rhodes. Fuck out of here. The people thought Sami Zayn was gonna beat Roman Reigns. See, if Vince was here, there'd be no goddamn way Sami Zayn would have faced Roman Reigns, right? So, anyways, I hope Vince McMahon returns and gets this shit situated. And you know what I'm saying? Gets rid of these commercials, fires some of these creative headers, fire these creative writers who are doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. Let's be honest, they're doing nothing, bro. So fire some of these niggas. Fire Triple H. Get your daughter back here, because I'm sure your daughter would know exactly what the hell to do if you get her on the right track. Or, you know, she can go out with Triple H, do something different. And Triple H can create his own wrestling company. Because if that were to ever happen, that shit would not do numbers. It would just be like a fucking YouTube wrestling company like Booker T's wrestling company. But now, the reality of wrestling, I like it. I think that'll do better than Triple H's own company. I think that, listen, man, listen, AEW is doing their thing. One thing about Tony Khan, see, one thing about Tony Khan, he has a passion for wrestling. He understands what wrestling needs and what wrestling is about. It needs to be entertaining, and the stars need to have time and need to be there to be consistent with storylines and feuds, man. Even if it's long term, you have them there consistent doing something, man. I'm gonna give you an example. That 12-man tag team match at Double or Nothing. We have people throwing each other glasses, throwing each other off cliffs, to security guards, beating each other up with tables and throwing each other. You got the music playing in the background. It's like a bar fight, bro. It's like a movie where you see people beating each other up. You got rock music playing and shit. You feel me? So like I like it, man. And you got Tony Storm really kicking some ass out there, man. Taking her moves and going out there and fighting on the apron, man. For example, in WWE, we're having wrestlers kicking out and shit all the time. Like CM Punk and Seth Rollins. They're kicking out of every fucking finisher for like 5 times, bro. Literally. I don't know if I'm tripping. That's what's been happening recently. See, even Tony Khan understands. Like, bro, I can't keep repeating the same shit. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come up with something new. We're gonna get I don't know. We're gonna have John Moxley get sliced in the fucking throat outside the ring or something. Now I understand it's a violent shit, but this, listen, man, ECW started the Attitude Era. Without ECW, Vince, listen, man, Vince stole the ideas from ECW, but Vince McMahon understood the genius of wrestling, right? So, you know, he created with his own shit, like with Mark Henry getting head on live. I mean, head on TV on live, right? Fucking yeah, the sexual chocolate. You know, he's the ladies' lover, right? You got that, right? And you got DX breaking the rules. You know what I'm saying? Stone Cold beating up his boss, drinking beer on the job. You feel me? So reality, Stone Cold drunk his first beer in WCW. No, ECW, my bad. In ECW, right? So listen, man. Without ECW, we want to have AEW. We want to have the Attitude Era. Like real talk, man. That's what started the landscape of wrestling. That's what made people start being wrestling fans. That's what made people start getting into wrestling. Literally, man, the OGs I'm around. You know, I connect with young older niggas, man. I don't like being around grown ass, I mean, young niggas, man. You feel me? See, for me, nigga, I got an older girl I'm talking to, 2 years older, so you know, I don't like being around somebody younger than me. You feel me? So yeah. Thing is this, right? They understood the Attitude Era was lit. And without that shit, wrestling wouldn't be here. You feel me? Attitude Era was lit. It was like, what the fuck every week. No, for real, man. I even been watching highlights for like 15 years, dude. I was in diapers when this shit was happening, bro. So I was kind of disappointed I missed the era. I wasn't around, wasn't old enough to watch it. You know, man. But yeah, that shit gets me through a lot. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, boss? I think your name Angela. Yo, what up, Angela? You saw news about Vince coming back. Yeah, I was just speaking on that. It'd be really crazy. If He was trying to buy it back. You know what I'm saying? Like they said he can't afford it. At the same time, they have to understand without Vince, there wouldn't be no TKO. Triple H wouldn't be trying to buy his shit. Vince or none of them wouldn't be trying to transfer the shit to TKO. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and share this video. You feel me? Got some shit to talk about, man. But AEW is really doing their thing, for real. And I'm thinking AEW is really taking their notes and really doing their research with ECW. You feel me? I'm thinking Tony Khan's doing his history, doing his research. And people want to talk shit and say AEW sucks, AEW's that. People have to watch this shit and be like, I think they're doing something. You feel me? Doing something. That episode when Austin came into the arena on a Zaboni, that was a really holy shit moment. No, for real. That shit was lit. Like I keep saying, like, why don't Triple H come up with some ideas? Like if you're gonna have Penta versus Chad Gable, for example, why don't you do instead of having Chad Gable interrupt and beat up Penta and shit, why don't you have Penta run over Chad Gable? Or Chad Gable jumps off a rooftop, it breaks his leg or something. Make something entertaining I can laugh at. So I can see what's going on next week. Then I'm like, oh shit, now Chad Gable's injured. So now he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? AEW has been solid for the last 3 months. No, for real, AEW's been doing their thing. You know exactly what you're saying. Yep, you saw AEW Dynamite last night with the Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, and Will Ospreay and Mercedes Moné and Tony Storm promo. No, I have not, but I'm gonna definitely look out into that. I was at work, but I'm definitely gonna watch that shit by tomorrow tonight. And good lord, is Mercedes Moné fine as fuck? She is fine as hell, but she's overrated. See, Mercedes is overrated. See, she is a good looking woman, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll fuck the shit out of Mercedes Moné. I don't care. You feel me? I don't care if she's watching this. I don't care. I don't care. I ain't interested. Just so you know, I ain't interested in Mercedes Moné. But yeah, man. AEW's doing their thing. Even though we got sexy women being boring, but we actually got, we got Tony Storm. We got the other women doing their thing. You know, the women be doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give props to that shit. You know, they have characters that are like movies and are from like TV shows and shit. WWE just has the same shit. So you're gonna tell me WWE has masculine grown men, and then you got women being puffed up and looking like men, and you got, you know what I'm saying? It's just really ridiculous. 3 hours of SmackDown forever is so boring, man. Worst SmackDown ever. Now I ain't gonna lie, 2 hours is necessary. Literally, we're having like 30 minutes of commercials on Raw and 2 hours, damn near an hour and 50 of the show. In my opinion, we're just getting 30 minutes of commercials because think about it, we're getting 7, 8 commercials. That's 2, 3 minutes each commercial. That's ridiculous. She's a good worker in ring, but her mic skills are average. For real. I can't stand her fucking mic promos. It's so boring. And one thing for sure, she needs to work on that shit. She is too damn grown. She should have been doing this a long time ago. She should have been working on this in WWE. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie though, man. I don't like, man. I got me over here acting like a fucking mark and shit, thinking about Mercedes Monet and shit. Yeah, uh, Tony Storm was dancing last night. Was so funny. Yeah, it is. And tomorrow, Dr. Libations and John Cena tomorrow. Oh man, man. We're gonna have Cody Rhodes saying, John Cena, you tried to ruin wrestling, but I am going to take your title at SummerSlam. But me and Jay Uso are going to beat you and Logan Paul. And John Cena with his bullshit ass promo talking about some Cody Cody Rhodes. I beat your ass at WrestleMania. And you want to come out here and do this and that? Dude, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. Like, it's just gonna be some boring ass shit that nobody wants to see. Like, dude, can we see somebody fight? Like, here's what should be happening. John Cena comes to the arena, Cody Rhodes comes from behind and just beats his ass. They just start, they just fight. Nick Aldis comes in, John Cena, Cody Rhodes tonight. Main event, day 2, 1-on-1. I don't care. Cody Rhodes beats John Cena. He earns a title shot for SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would do it. That's how you book some build-ups to a tag team match. You feel me? I swear he says that tomorrow. I don't care what anyone says. I would have kept the belt on Roman to this day. I don't know. I mean, 5 years is too much. In my opinion, I would have Randy Orton or Seth Rollins take it off of him. In my opinion. Like, at least they're here every week and consistently doing something. You know, if Randy, he needs the number 15. If Randy, I would have him here every week for a long reign, a long title reign, And I was just saying that too. Randy Orton should have beat him at WrestleMania, not Cody Rhodes. You know. But this John Cena heel turn shit, man. See, one thing I can say about John Cena, he's the GOAT, man. One of my favorite superstars, along with The Rock, Taker, Stone Cold, you know what I mean? But, see, The Rock, they forced The Rock to be here because they couldn't sell any goddamn ticket sales. And one thing I can say for sure, that Triple H doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Literally. Start tomorrow. Got Jacob Fatu versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Oh my God. Another meaningless ass match. Nobody wants to see Carmelo Hayes and fucking Andrade in the mid card of SmackDown. In my opinion, it should be The Miz. Guys like The Miz, Sheamus. I don't know what's up with Karrion Kross, but Karrion Kross is not that damn good. When he cut that damn promo, he should be on TV cutting a promo. But Triple H understood there's nothing for him to do. So it's like, what the hell am I sitting here wasting my time for? I don't even care if Karrion Kross gets released again. Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill versus Naomi. We all know Jacob about to win. For Jade Cargill, Naomi, that is hard. I ain't gonna lie. I would just get the win to Jade Cargill. Bianca returns. She cuts a promo which says, I have nothing to do with anything. She says she loves them people, and then she turns on Jay at the Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I would just feel like Bianca doesn't know what she's doing with herself. See, sometimes with women, they're so bipolar and confusing. So like, I don't know what to do, man. I don't even think that's a good idea. Like, really, what's there to do? What's there to accomplish with Bianca turning heel? You know? Hey, what's up? I saw a rumor that Vince was thinking about buying the back WWE from 2K TKO. Hell yeah, man. That shit's gonna be crazy as hell. That's gonna be some shit. I was just saying that at the beginning of my video. You know? Yeah, Carmelo Hayes is gonna get pinned like always, boss. Like really. Bianca versus Naomi soon. I ain't gonna lie, they should do that. But it's like people are gonna say that Bianca has something to do with Jake being ran over and this and that. In my opinion, it wouldn't be surprised if that's really true. If Bianca has something to do with that, because Bianca knows information from Jay Cargill. She knows where she lives at, what time she goes to the arena, this and that. So it's like you just never know. In my opinion, so it makes perfect sense to me. It just tells you how people are fake, and I think WWE should teach this a lesson to friends and everybody. Treat each other right and watch the people that you're around. You feel me? I don't know. But it's like, through Bianca, have her beat up Naomi. Beat the sense out of Naomi. And Bianca and Jay do their thing. Or have Bianca feud with Jay. But this has nothing to do with Naomi. In my opinion, Jay needs to win this championship. In my opinion, Jay should beat Tiffany, in my opinion. I don't know why the fuck Bianca isn't champion. They said she broke her thumb at WrestleMania. Shit happens. She's doing fine. I hope she's doing great. What do you think about Stephanie Fakar lost and now go to the main event already? It's too rushed for her. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's the point of all that. She should be here by next year. We still need stars in NXT. Who could come by next year or who could be here this summer? I don't know. But like in my opinion, it's just too much right now. We got Roxanne Perez, we got Julia, we got Tiffany, we got Rhea. Rhea still in the prime. So yeah, I want to bring Stephanie in right now. I don't see anything for Stephanie at this point. So like, I'm gonna talk about this John Cena heel turn. See, this John Cena heel turn been a waste of time. You know, if I were John Cena, I would say, what am I? There's no point in turning heel. I would say, no, I'm not doing this. I would talk to Cody Rhodes to tell him what he should be doing and coach his ass. Or if I were The Rock, I don't know. It's like, dude, what's the point of you even being here last year for WrestleMania? And you're talking about you're going to be here for this year, and people are saying we're going to have Cody versus The Rock, and now we're not going to have it. And I don't like the way John Cena's being booked. It just reminds me of an old depressed man who's just so depressed and sad and shit. Likes to complain, thinking he didn't get anything he wanted. Talk about people didn't treat me right or didn't appreciate me, this and that. Like, dude, that's some bullshit. Nobody wants to hear that. What you should do is come out there and say, nigga, it's my last year. I'm gonna get anything I want. Nigga, I want the championship. I'm sick and tired of being, you know what I'm saying? A damn puppet. It's not your guy's fault. You know what I'm saying? Shit wild as hell. No lie. Plus my birthday is tomorrow. I'm 19 now. That's what's up. My birthday is on June 16th. I'm turning 24. God damn. Damn. 24. I was just 19 yesterday. That's crazy. This John Cena heel turn is just a waste of time. It's just another reason why Triple H is so bad at his job. And The Rock can't do anything right. And this is why I gotta talk about The Rock too, man. Because his ass just want to continue storylines. I mean, start storylines, but don't want to continue with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he goes out there and attack Jinder Mahal or Austin Theory. You know what I'm saying? But we can't at least get The Rock versus Austin Theory Survivor Series. Like, The Rock versus Austin Theory, I don't care if it's a 10-minute squash match. So what? The Rock is old or whatever. He got an injury at WrestleMania 40. So it's like, I wouldn't mind we had that match. Or Austin beats him. I don't give a fuck. You know? I just don't like the way he comes in here and stories don't continue forward. You know what I mean? We couldn't at least see The Rock versus Bray Wyatt in 2016 when he beat it Eric Rowan and John Cena came in. You know, I would like to see The Rock versus Bray Wyatt. Can you imagine that shit? You know, for a SummerSlam match. You know what I mean? The Rock returns. And with this Rock and Roman shit, you know, I just don't get it. You know, and The Rock has to get a call from Ari Emanuel's because the ticket sales being low. Triple H can't do his fucking job. Talking about some, oh, I need The Rock here. Ticket sales need to be on point, this and that. I need you here. Can you help us out? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What you should do is stop repeating the same shit every week. Really. What you should do is start having, I don't know, have Rhea Ripley grab a chair and attack Io Sky in the locker room or something. Break her leg or, I don't know, something. Io Sky comes out next week or two. She beats the shit out of Rhea Ripley and throws her in the crowd. I don't know, throws her to a fan and the fan breaks her arm or something. I don't know. Make some shit interesting. And then Io Sky has to pay a fine. She refuses the fine, and we get a match. You know what I'm saying? Literally, copy and paste every week, boss. It's every week. Like, I want some interesting, some other shit I want to see, right? Like with the John Cena and Cody Rhodes feud. Easily, you could have The Rock there. If The Rock wasn't so damn lazy, and if he understood Hollywood, and he had to do his thing, he wouldn't be here. I would, if I was The Rock, I would not. I would just retire. I would not show up. I wouldn't even show up at all. There's no point of being here. You feel me? What's the point of being here? You know what I'm saying? It's like Undertaker still being here after like 25 years and he's getting weak and washed up. You know what I'm saying? So without Roman Reigns in that tag team match, man, the Undertaker wouldn't. Man, listen, can you imagine Undertaker versus Drew McIntyre by himself? That should be crazy as hell. You feel me? That should be wild as hell. Thing is this, right? Rock should have never came back. Just wasted time at this point. Like really, what is he gonna do? Tease a feud with Sami Zayn, and he's not gonna come back? What the fuck is this, dude? You know what I'm saying? I can just imagine that shit, right? The Rock is gonna help Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker in the new bloodline overcome Roman Reigns and CM Punk, right? And he has a feud with Sami Zayn. Let me guess, that's gonna happen, and ain't shit gonna happen, right? That's what's gonna happen. Easily, you can easily do this, right? Roman versus The Rock match, right? Roman and Rock, they do their thing on SmackDown. They have the promo, talk to each other. You feel me? Then next week, right? They talk to each other. They have the press conference face to face, and they get real personal. Cody Rhodes tries to go out there, right? But Seth Rollins holds him back and says, "Yo, Cody, this is their moment. This is not the time. This is not the time." He yells at him. He talks to him, right? And then him and Seth and Cody, they start brawling and beefing each other, right? Seth's fed up. Cody's fed up. A lot going on. Seth's like, you know what? You feel me? And we're getting Sami Zayn versus Cross in the future. Why nobody wants to see that? No, for real. This is just a waste of time. All because Karrion Cross keeps picking and bothering Sami Zayn. They talk to him about the choices and worst decisions he's making with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Dude, I don't understand that Triple H booking shit. You're basically having Karrion Cross in other people's business. Basically, Karrion Cross is in other people's business. That's Karrion Cross's character. So I don't see anything going on with Karrion Cross and him moving forward to be a better upper mid card or upper star. None of that's gonna happen in my books, in my eyes. Especially if we're gonna continue getting the same shit we're gonna get. Feel me? We were supposed to get Karrion Cross versus AJ Styles. Easily we could have had that at WrestleMania. So with the Roman versus The Rock thing, Like I said, we got that playing out. Cody and Seth, they brawl at the press conference, and Rock and Roman are just standing there, laughing their asses off, and they walk off, just shooting a tequila or something. Go to SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? They talk again. They get real personal, right? You feel me? They get real personal. Cody and Seth, they do their thing, right? They get personal, they brawl, do their thing, right? So it's like easily we can have Rock versus Roman. The Rock can beat Roman. Roman can beat The Rock at SummerSlam. Cody can beat Seth Rollins at night one for the world title. Simple as that. I know he's getting released this month. His contract is expired soon. Oh damn. Oh damn. Karrion Kross is gonna get released soon. God damn. Wonder why he cut that shoe promo. Because he's fed up. There's nothing he can do. If I were Karrion Kross, I'd just go to TNA and I don't know. Call out Trick Williams. Just have Karrion Kross versus Trick Williams. Trick Williams wants the TNA championship and he's booked properly. He's booked the right way. That's how I do it. You feel me? Literally, man, you just waste. This nigga Dwayne wasted Rock versus Roman, man. Literally. It's just crazy, man. You feel me? It's really stupid if you ask me. Because his ass don't know what the fuck he's doing. And if he wasn't involved with Hollywood and shit, bro, recently, right? We could easily have him out there with Cena and explain, man, that he sold his soul to The Rock. Cena's gonna get everything he wants. The movies, the championship, everything, right? Everything. Literally. Cena comes out in a black suit, you feel me? Or he comes out in a black shirt, black hat, or something, right? I don't care. It's something. I don't give a fuck. Comes out in the Sammy Davis shoes. I don't even give a fuck. You feel me? It doesn't even matter. But switch his character up. Do something different, for God's sake. Cena has the interview with Stephanie on ESPN, right? With the damn suit. You can easily do him and have him come out with the damn suit. You can do the same thing on Raw, but you want to do it on an interview. And you have him come out with orange gear. And Stephanie was like, Cena does not want to talk about recently about his character. Because it has done absolutely nothing. Laying in bed, power farting. What the fuck? Get your ass about it here. Power farting. They don't come here with that bullshit. Jordan Grace at SmackDown. I haven't saw it yet. You know what I'm saying? She's a strong motherfucker, man. Another thing, too, we got the women out there looking puffed up. The men looking smaller now and shit. And I just did a short, too. Why does the managers and commentators look a lot bigger and puffer than the wrestlers? Like, for example, Wade Barrett, Nick Aldis. They look a lot bigger and stronger than Carmelo Hayes. Fucking, Chad Gable. Karrion Kross combined. You feel me? Just think about what I'm saying, man. That's ridiculous. And Wade Barrett could really knock out Jacob Fatu and all the Tongians in seconds. You feel me? I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Grace would knock out the whole bloodline. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I mean, Jacob look like he'll kick somebody's ass too. I ain't gonna lie. Jacob looks like a pretty big motherfucker. He could probably whoop my ass. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? But it's just laughable to think he really could beat the shit out of Braun Strowman. And this is really Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. Really. Braun Strowman could just grab this dude and just, you feel me? Yeah, Nick Aldis, yeah, he's jacked motherfucker, man. Pretty jacked. Real talk, man. Like back then, like Teddy Long was really just a small black man. Just a black old man, you feel me? Because he was in his 60s, right? Now he's like 80 something. So, still. At the same time, you have Undertaker, Kane, puffed up. You got the Big Show. You got, Jack Swagger. John Cena's buffed up. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be presented as. Then you got a skinny ass William Regal and John Laurinaitis. You know what I'm saying? You still have Big Show. You got a buff Jack Ryback, Mark Henry with the Hall of Pain. That's how it was supposed to be. That's how wrestling is supposed to be. Like, not the managers supposed to be bigger than the fucking wrestlers. Know it damn well these managers could get out of retirement and these fucking jobbers could be managers. So they should just switch the role, man. You feel me? Oh, this shit. WWE so backwards now, man. I really miss how we had big guys like Mark Henry right back to Big Show. You know what I'm saying? Fuckers come out every week, knock motherfuckers out. Money in the Bank card next Saturday only has 4 matches. Only one title is at Money in the Bank. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. 4 matches? Wow. One title. Oh yeah, the women's intercontinental title. Dude, we could easily have like 8 matches. Logan and Jay, Gunther triple threat match, Cena and Cody part two, Jay versus Naomi. We got like 6, 7 matches. Yo, man, I fuck with you, man. One of the realest motherfuckers, man. Really, 2.5 hours is crazy. 2.5 hours, dude. I'm doing a big rant. I'm going in. I'm like, yo, 2 hours is fucking crazy, man. 2 hours of Money in the Bank. And you're gonna tell me it's gonna be in August and you're promoting this shit for August? It's crazy, man. Money in the Bank for 2 hours. Oh my god. So what? First we're gonna have the tag team match. I wouldn't be surprised if the tag team match kicks off the show. And then what? The main event's gonna be the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Jacob Fatu wins. Yo, man, this is gonna be funny as hell. It's gonna be some boring ass shit, bro. For real. 2.5 hours is crazy, man. For real. It's crazy, man. Next show, it's horrible. No, for real. Cena's gonna retire. Everybody's retiring. Roman's gonna be gone. Randy's gonna be gone soon. Seth says he's gonna be gone. Cody's gonna be gone. Dude, this is gonna be insane. And Triple H keep promoting pay-per-views. So what? Next year he's gonna promote WrestleMania 46. Like, dude, we really had 5 years, and you're gonna already promote that shit. Just watch. Triple H is gonna promote WrestleMania 43 by like Thanksgiving. Watch. He's gonna promote that shit. Really, SmackDown rate. You got USA Network saying they are happy with the way WWE is being booked. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You have same repeatable matches. You don't have Randy Orton there every week. Now, I understand Randy Orton's getting old now. But at the same time, The Miz needs his time. The Miz needs a match. How about this? Release Pretty Deadly. Bring back Braun Strowman. And I don't fucking know. Do something, man. Braun Strowman should be kicking some ass. Braun Strowman should be kicking some ass and beating motherfuckers up, in my opinion. I don't like how they released this man. For real. I don't even care if he becomes world champion. I don't care if he beats Gunther for the world title. Like, in my opinion, Braun Strowman should win the Royal Rumble. In my opinion. Or John Cena, you feel me? Feel me? So it's like, I don't get it. Everyone is CM Punk is old too. Cena is old. No, for real. I mean, WWE really needs to book and make their stars really talented. The new upcomers. I'm talking about the 20-year-olds, man. Because when these guys are gone, who's gonna run this shit? You feel me? And Dominic has the talent. Dominic has potential to be in the mid card. So Dominic, the mid card looks great. We'll have probably Trick Williams, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker should be in the main event. Braun Breaker could easily beat Jey Uso for that World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins could lead the faction. Seth Rollins could be a fucking Intercontinental Champion for all I give a shit. It doesn't even matter. Braun Breaker's doing his thing. He's already being champion. He's younger. It's 20s. By the next decade, he could be in the main event. You feel me? But they're not understanding this shit, bro. How many times do we got to keep seeing motherfucking Gunther getting repeatable match after match after match, right? He's been champion for like 80% of his career, right? It doesn't make any sense. I don't like that shit. And all this time, Braun Breaker could be champion. LA Knight could be champion. We need more young talent. Javon Evans is great. He is only 20 years old. No, for real, Javon has a bright future. I could see Javon being an Intercontinental Champion too. But, all these haters talking about, I don't see Javon Evans or Braun Dominic being up there and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Dude, he could be upper mid Carters. You know, they could win the main event title here and there, same as a Rob Van Dam title ring. But who can be like a next John Cena and win so many championships? Who can win championships like The Undertaker and The Rock? Who can be that damn talented? And I don't want to hear these motherfucking marks and these idiots talking about some LA Knight, Drew McIntyre. These guys are in their 40s. LA Knight's in his 40s. Now I understand, LA Knight should be a two-time. In my opinion, LA Knight should be a two-time world champion by the time he retires. You know what I'm saying? If Bobby Lashley could win the championship at 46, Bobby Lashley should have been champion in 2007. A 32-year-old Bobby Lashley then, great booking, should be champion. Then I don't care if he loses to John Cena next pay-per-view. So what? But with that shit, Bobby Lashley could be champion 14 years later. You know what I'm saying? He went to TNA, upgraded himself. You got to salute to the brother. Now he's going to AEW. He's doing his thing with the Hurt Business. He might be AEW World Champion and retire. You know? I don't see him come back to WWE or Edge or Moxley. No, they should just stay there. Make sure AEW is doing their thing. Because they're getting paid good ass money. So make sure, listen, man, Tony Khan, keep doing your thing, man. I got faith in you. I'm rooting for the company. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you. But you need to understand, man, Triple H is not doing his motherfucking job. If you keep doing your homework, and I bet you looking up some shit from ECW or the Attitude Era. I bet you are. And I bet you understand that wrestlers need to be entertained and look like, yo. Like if you, for example, like if somebody getting thrown through glass or off the fucking cliff or something, and they're getting injured or whatever, and like, holy shit. And the motherfucker getting DDT'd on the apron or some shit, and they're cursing on the TV. That's some shit people are gonna watch. I don't care, man. That's what sports are supposed to be are for, man. I don't give a fuck about this PG bullshit. Yep, they're all saying AEW and All In Texas look great to build up. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be watching that shit. I'm gonna be reviewing AEW. It's just, man, I've been criticizing this WWE shit, man. So AEW All In, I'm gonna be looking that shit up by tomorrow. So that will be another video for a SmackDown AEW review. ASAP. So I got you, boss. So just be on the lookout, man. Share this shit and show your peoples, man. One thing I can say for sure, we need younger stars to really be built up right now. How about Open Family is a great NXT champion right now. You know, I don't see that. I don't see what the problem is for Open Family. You know, he has the look. The strength. And people are saying he should main event WrestleMania, this and that. He needs to progress on the mic more. He needs to progress and get better. Him, a bunch of stars need to be more entertaining and start doing entertaining shit. Why don't you niggas come from behind out your locker room and hit a nigga with a door or something? I don't know, come out like Spider-Man or something. Make us something entertaining we could watch. Like, yo, what's he gonna do next? What's gonna happen next week? You know what I mean? And these creative motherfuckers need to stop lacking that shit. They need to continue with that. You feel me? That's the problem. I need something that's entertaining, right? Like with Trick Williams when he dropped this track. See, Trick Williams and like Joe Hendry with his I believe in Joe Hendry with the smile and shit. See, what songs are gonna have people invest into you, right? They're gonna have people look into you, right? In my opinion, that's some good shit. That's gonna build a star. That's gonna build fan base. That's gonna build investments into you. People are gonna watch you. They're gonna fuck with you. That shows you got talent and you're entertaining. You're entertaining us, right? So it's like, I see them guys being up there soon. Joe Hendry, I don't know if he's going to WWE soon. You know, Trick Williams should be in a fucking main roster right now. And people are trying to talk about Jey Uso is a great champion. This Jey Uso, man, looks average as fucking in the ring. He need to go lose some goddamn weight. He need to build some muscle. And man, he's kind of look, well, goddamn, that dude looks like he's been eating fast food. Yeah, Trick Williams is busy with TNA. Yeah, I heard he is too, you know. But that should leave him going to WWE too, man. You know, it's time for him to go to WWE and do his thing. You know, NXT, we need new stars. And Javon Evans should be coming in by next year. By next year or 2027. So, maybe he's, I don't know. You feel me? In my personal opinion, we definitely need new stars. If we're not going to have any new stars entertain us and build or being used, and their talent not being used, like, for example, Trick Williams with Trish track, the Average Joe Trish track, that was actually kind of catchy and hilarious, too. Yeah, it was just hilarious, man. It's just hilarious. It's just hilarious as hell, man. It really is, though. And that's going to bring people in to watch you and entertain it. It's going to entertain them, you feel me? So Triple H needs to understand and give Karrion Kross time on TV. Let Karrion Kross be like a preacher and help the people out. He's trying to come up with suggestions and ideas and, like helping out Sami Zayn, for example. Let Karrion Kross do his thing. But Triple H lacks that shit. He lacks superstars. He lacks stars. He doesn't understand that shit. That's the problem with WWE. NXT, AEW understands that. But same time, NXT sucks. You know what I mean? Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they're going to get ideas from each other anyways and kiss each other's ball sack anyways. They're not going to on TV and shit. You feel me? So it's like, don't think I saw that, man, because I saw that shit. Triple H, you're one of them, man. Over here kissing Shawn Michaels and shit. And y'all want to book WWE to the garbage can. And people want to talk about Tony Khan sucks and shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan folds up and his booking gets trashed. It is what it is. Tony Khan had his mistakes. He has his problems. People have mistakes. But some people are talented and have the passion and the talent for something. They're actually good at it. You feel me? Can't take that away from motherfucker. It's just you people don't have a talent and don't do anything for yourself. You guys are just not passionate and don't have a heart and faith for yourself. That's why you hate on the motherfucker. You gotta look into this shit like, okay, doing good. But still, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? Let's get realistic here, man. AEW is doing their thing. AEW is better than WWE right now. Yeah, the last year's AEW was doing their thing. WWE was in a hot boom period. AEW fell off when fucking Cody Rhodes left. I get it. I understand. Let's be real. Let's be honest with ourselves. Real niggas, the real smart ones, grown people are gonna give people props. The props need to be props. Yeah. They're gonna let it be known, like, okay, not that bad. If it's not bothering them, it ain't gonna bother them. Somebody doing their thing, or it's not really affecting them. It's nothing. You know what I mean? It's just these people on the internet just like to talk, run their mouths. And Cribman called us out too. Shout out to Cribman. He said these people have a die-harding loyalty for a company they don't even work for. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. It makes me sick. You know what I'm saying? It makes me fucking sick. Real talk. So I don't understand WWE. They're bullshit. They're too goddamn rich. Their heads are up their fucking asses. Dwayne's out here fucking shit up, right? Not continuing the storylines with anything, right? Tony Khan is getting shit on. And people are talking all this shit about AEW, but you see what's going on with AEW right now. So you let me know something, you stupid ass man. Is WWE in a boom period right now? With John Cena coming out there with no gear on, not continuing the storyline, cutting the same goddamn promo, and people want to tell me this is the best heel turn of all time. This is one of the best shocking moments in history. No, it's not. Just be real with yourselves for a minute and think. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'm doing an AEW review by tomorrow morning. Stay in tune for that. ASAP, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 1,000. You feel me? Get in there, man. Get in there, man. You feel me? It's been a long 2 years, man. Even though my first year I was doing motherfucking shorts and shit, but now I'm up here upgrading. And if you guys want to start a channel for your wrestling or whatever, you guys want to talk about wrestling, man, that's up to you. Don't be afraid to do it. You feel me? You know, talk about anything you want. You talk about music, whatever the fuck you want. I don't even care. You feel me? Wrestling needs to be talked about today. I don't want them niggas that I'm gonna sort of enter myself in this shit. That's the realest one. Speaking on this shit. John Cena's heel turn has been the worst. There has been no continuation. Literally. He wears the same Fruity Pebbles shirts. That's like me wearing the same white shirt and, you know what I'm saying, I'm rich as fuck. But instead of me, I could wear a nice shirt. I could wear like a fucking polka dot shirt, like a button up shirt, not sometimes a suit. You know what I'm saying? Switch my shit up. But they're doing absolutely nothing. Bitch seen a heel turn. Same with Becky Lynch. She has the same jacket on. She has the same promo she's cutting, the same theme song. It's the same Becky Lynch. Literally. So I don't get this whole situation with WWE, right? Vince McMahon needs to be back in power. If Vince McMahon does not come back in power, WWE is going to die. WWE is not looking good. Literally. John Cena's retiring this year. He knows Triple H's booking is bad. He wants to make it his last year, right? You know what I'm saying? He loves this company. He wants the 17 world title. I salute. I got to salute to him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's really fucked up. In my opinion, Cena could be here for the next couple years. It really helped these upcomers. It really teach these kids something. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't call them kids. They're my fucking age. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, they're going to teach these young grown adults something. CM Punk, Randy Orton, they're not going to appear for much longer. So after Cena, we're going to have those two left. They should be up at mid-Carter, helping out the younger stars to be here every week. Just make sure they're not here every week, but they're here for a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes should just be released. I don't give a fuck about Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre is being wasted at this point. Drew McIntyre should be in the main event. Drew McIntyre should be a star right now. I don't care if he's in his late 30s. He came a long way. He deserved it. He upgraded himself. He's a lot buffer now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, upgraded the shit out of himself. And he did a better job than Cody Rhodes. Listen, man, he did a lot better than Cody Rhodes. That's all I can say. Real talk. LA Knight should be in the main event. LA Knight should be in the main event too. I'm not trying to hear that. Reality, it should be Drew McIntyre's World Heavyweight Champion versus Gunther. I don't give a fuck if he faces Gunther. Who gives a fuck? Or it could be Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre versus, I don't fucking care, Jimmy Uso. Drew McIntyre's beating niggas up. He's not losing these championships to these mid-carders. You know what I'm saying? And if he faces a mid-carder, so what? I can't come up with any main eventers he can face. You know what I'm saying? Because at the age these stars are in, like Sheamus, The Miz, should be putting over these young stars and being still these superstars and being up in the mid-carder. But they're not doing that, and Triple H doesn't give a fuck about that. And if Sheamus loses to Rusev, it's gonna be a fucking upset, for real. Rusev beat Sheamus already. And now at this point, with Sheamus still being strong and being here for almost 20 years now 16 years, god damn, my whole life since I've been watching wrestling, man. nigga growing up. He's getting old, man. He should be being Rusev. Rusev coming out being puffed up. Rusev's not that serious anymore. Let's just be honest. He's more muscular now. But it's just the same damn Rusev. It's just Rusev without his wife, and the Rusev without his Bulgarian flag, and without his damn tank. So that's all we're seeing right now. There's no upgrades. All WWE does is lack stars. And they don't understand these new upcomers and their talents, right? So what Javon Evans is gonna get here? He's gonna be in a fucking pre-show. What, jobbing out to Jacob Fatu? Let me know something. I'm about to end this live.